Okay, it's loading up. Okay, so as you guys can see, yes, smart addition, smart addition, smart addition nursing. But if you click that link, it'll take you straight there. Okay, guys, so now I am live over here um on YouTube. So if some of you all have to step away, I understand. You can go back and get this replay, okay, over there on that side of town, so to speak. Okay, so make sure y'all subscribe to my channel so that way you all can get access to these videos and the solutions. The only thing I would say is when you all are over there, the only drawback is you have all these extra ad libs, going on. That's the only, I would say, the only drawback. Other than that, let's get into this session right now. Okay, guys, I want to make sure everything is up. Yep, there we go. We're ready. All right, so in this problem, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the first problem. Several of you all have already put an answer down, but let me go ahead and go through the problem with you all. And if you have the answer, good. Okay, good. We're going to give everybody the chance to get the answers so that, other people can have the same opportunity to get the correct solution. Okay. All right, here we go. During surgery, Dr. Jackson needs to administer 600 milligrams of an antibiotic to Miss Robinson, who is undergoing a routine procedure. The antibiotic is available in a concentration of 200 milligrams per 10 milliliters. How many milliliters should Dr. Jackson administer to Miss Robinson? All right, so here's what you guys got to remember. Whenever you're given word problems, some of these problems are not necessary. Some of them aren't needed to solve the problem. But what you want to do is when you go through and read the problem, you want to make sure that you are understanding what they're telling you. And there's some easy, quick tips and tricks to help you solve the problem. So for this particular problem, okay, in this particular case right here, they told you that the antibiotic was 600 milligrams. They told you that the concentration was 200 milligrams per 10 milliliters. How many milliliters should be administered? So in this particular case, what you guys are going to do is the following. You're looking for volume, which is basically the mass over, when I say density, it's over the 200 milligrams per 10 milliliters. If you go ahead and divide those two numbers out, you won't have to look at, okay, is this good, Issa? Let me see. I'm trying to zoom out. Okay, is that better? Okay, so okay, gotcha. All right. So whenever you're given a mass volume, okay, when you're given a mass and density volume on the very bottom, what you want to do is take that density value. And the reason why I say density, because even though they said the concentration is 200 milligrams per 10 milliliters, you still need to know that that is a density unit in and of itself. And so all you're going to do is take the 200 and divide it by the 10, and you get 20. Okay. What you're wanting to do is to be able to use only one number on the very bottom so that you don't get confused. On the very top, you're going to put that 600 milligrams. And on the very bottom, you're going to put the 20 milligrams per milliliter. Now, notice here that your units are going to cancel out. Your milligrams are going to cancel out and you're left with milliliters. And because you're solving for milliliters, that's going to give you your answer here. So 600 divided by 20 gives you 30. So for those of you all that said 30, you are correct. 30 milliliters is correct. Okay? 30 milliliters. So that's letter C. All right. Let's look at number 2. Any questions before we move to number 2? All right. Now make sure that you guys continue to share this out with everybody else. If you have any other nursing buddies that are taking that need to do this, make sure you all tell them. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because sharing is caring, as my sister would say when we were little. Sharing is caring, like the Care Bears. All right. So now on this next problem, I'm gonna scoot this down so we can have one screen per problem. Right here. Okay, yes, T. Cook, yes. How did you do yours? What did you do? Okay, so now in this next problem, it says, in the emergency room, Nurse Williams is treating 7-year-old Malik who weighs 25 kilograms. He needs 15 milligrams per kilogram of acetaminophen, basically aspirin. The available concentration is 160 milligrams per 5 milliliters. How many milliliters should Nurse Williams administer? Okay, yes, that's good too. T. Coop, that's good as well. Hey, Dr. Laney. Nee, what don't you see? What you mean you said you don't see? You don't see what? Okay, is that better? Uh. Okay. Okay. All right. There you go. Okay, you're welcome, guys. Yeah, let me know. Okay. All right. So now in this next part of the problem, you've got, it's the same thing of what we already just did. Okay. We did the same thing. So again, you've got the 25 kilograms. Okay. The 25 kilograms times. Now, again, you've got the 15 milligrams per kilogram. Again, see, whenever I do my problems, I like to do them where I kind of break them apart and do them one step at a time, but you can combine the steps as well. Okay, you can combine the steps as well. Matter of fact, let me show you what I mean by that. Similar to what T. Coop just said, where you can take the 160 milligrams, we're going to put that on the very bottom. And on the very top, the 5 milliliters right here. And let me show you all why we're doing it this way, because you can also still cross out your like terms. So kilograms, kilograms, milligrams, milligrams. That's another way that you can do the problem. Okay. And all you have to do now is plug this into your calculator. And you've got, let's see, 25 times 15 times 5, and then divide that by 160, and you get 11.7. 11.7, whoops. 11.7, which is letter B as well, okay? 11.7 milliliters, which is letter B. Okay, y'all are good. Y'all are getting these problems really quickly, and I like that, because here's the thing. On your TEAS exam, with all the questions that you have to do, you literally have 1.2 minutes per question, specifically for the science part. 1.2 minutes per question. Okay, now, here's the next problem right here. Some of these problems are going to be really easy. Like we've already gotten through, 2 of them already. So some of these problems are really quick. And if you all are able to do mental math, that's even better. So this next one, what can we do? Mr. Hernandez, a diabetic patient, requires a sliding scale insulin dose of 0.5 units per kilogram. He weighs 70 kilograms. The insulin available is 100 units per milliliter. How many milliliters of insulin should be administered? So again, all you're doing here, guys, is canceling out your kilograms, yes? And then remember, the unit that you want to get rid of, you put that on the bottom. So with this conversion factor here, you can put that on the bottom and then put the 1 milliliter on the very top. The reason why we're showing you all this way is so that you know that you are able to cancel out those like terms. So kilograms, kilograms, units, units, those get canceled out. So now all you have to do again is plug these numbers in. Now let's say that you did not have a calculator. If you know that 7 times 5 is 35, okay, even though I know that says 0.5 times 70, but the number itself, 7 and 5 makes 35. Here's your answer right here, letter B, without having to use a calculator to solve the problem. You can still do that mental math, okay? And again, the answer is B. Many of you all have already said B. That is correct. Now, I'm going to take you all to another type of problem, okay? And this one deals with body surface, okay? So again, you've got different units here, but it's worked the same, similar way, okay? So let me go ahead and scoot this down so y'all can see the problem. Okay, there you go. Okay, Mama Jenkins said it's the setting it up for me. Okay, so let's talk about that then. Let's talk about it. Here's what I generally will tell my students. Always write down what is given versus what is required. So this is where those color-coded markers come into play, those highlighters, because what you can do, and you notice what I do, I'm always highlighting the colors. And I'm highlighting what's given and what's required. Okay? Yes, that's another good tip too. T. Coop, that is another good tip. So in this case, they're telling you that the drug dosed at 75 milligrams per meter square, the body surface is calculated to be 1.6 meters squared. The drug is supplied in a concentration of 100 milligrams per 50 milliliters. How many milliliters should be administered? Okay, so again, what you're going to do, and there's always more than one way to do these problems, guys. So just keep that in mind, okay? If you see that you have 75 milligrams per meter squared, and then you see that you have the BSA of 1.6 meters squared, you automatically should know that you can get rid of your meter squared, just like that. So you can actually get rid of those units. And then on the very bottom, I'm going to flip this number right here. You see how it says 100 milligrams per 50 milliliters? Well, we're going to put that 100 milligrams on the very bottom. And on the top, we're going to put 50 milliliters. And again, cross out your milligrams and you're left with your milliliters. Okay? You're left with your milliliters. So again, plug it into the calculator. You've got 75 times 1.6 times 50 divided by 100. And you're given the answer of 60. So the answer is C. Yes, thank you, Sandra. Yes, this makes sense now. Yes. See, again, y'all, whenever I do these problems, I like for students to see why the units get canceled out so that you know what you're working with, okay? And whatever is left over, guess what? That's usually going to be the answer, okay? So in this particular case right here, the milliliters was left over, so that tells you everything else canceled out. Yes, Mama G, because you said you got to keep doing them. Yes, back to back. Yes, that's what, if that's what you need to do, by all means do. Thank you, Sharice. Now here's one that shouldn't take you all long at all to do. Post-surgery pain management. Okay. So again, you can read through the problem, but sometimes, well, I always tell students, read the problem, read the problem the first time to read it, but then go back in and start digging out what you need. A patient needs 4 milligrams of morphine for pain relief. The concentration is 10 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters should the nurse administer? Now, again, in this particular problem right here, guys, this is a density problem. So when you all are taking chemistry, you're going to see problems like this. D equals mass over volume. But since you're looking for volume, it's mass over density. And how you know this is a density type problem, even though it could be a dosage calculation formula for it, they mean the same thing for various subjects. All you're doing is putting the 4 milligrams on the very top, and on the very bottom, the 10 milligrams per milliliter on the bottom. And you know what units are going to cancel out, right? Your milligrams, and you're left with your milliliters. So 4 divided by 10 is C, 0.4. Okay, so make sure you guys continue to tap the screen. And again, don't forget to share this with another friend that's going through the nursing program also. Okay, and thank you guys so much for the shares and the follows. Now let's go ahead and shake things up a little bit. Let me move on to another type of problem that you all will see. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one right here. Number 9. Whoops. Number 9. Okay, Issa said, why did you flip the 100 over 50? Let me go back. Yeah, let me go back. Okay, very good question. And this is why I set these problems up the way that I do. Because questions like this come up, and these are really good questions. Remember, because I started off with this, let's just look at the units, milligrams per meter squared, right? And then we had a meter squared over here. Okay. So we know that these two units are going to do what? They're going to cancel each other out, right? Meter square on top, meter square on bottom, cancel them. Now, if you look at the next number right here, the answer that you're looking for has to be in milliliters, because it said how many milliliters. So even though they gave you 100 milligrams per 50 milliliters, you've got to reverse those units to make sure that you put milligrams on the bottom and the milliliter on the top. The 100 milligrams was on the bottom, the 50 milliliters was on the top because of the units that you needed to cancel out. Thank you, Mysterious Sammy. Thank you. So even though the unit was written like this right here, let me show you. Even though the unit said 100 milligrams per 50 milliliters, you have to know that this right here has to be flipped in order to cancel out your milligrams on the bottom with the milligrams that was already on the top. Yes, Ashley, yes. You're welcome, Issa. So, here's another thing, guys. The way that you all can think about this in terms of knowing when to flip it. Okay. If I told you 4 quarters equals $1, and I told you I'm going to the laundromat and I've got $10, how many quarters am I going to get? Well, I know that the $1 is going to go on the bottom to cancel out. 4 quarters goes on the top. And so that's going to give me 4 quarters that I'm going to walk away with to wash my clothes. But on the other hand, if I go to the bank and I say, yo, I got 100 quarters, I need you to give me that money in dollar bills. 100 quarters, I know that dollars is going to go on the top and the 4 quarters is going to go on the very bottom. And so now, again, you cross out your quarters. And now when you say 100 divided by 4, you're going to end up with how many dollar bills you're going to end up getting back, which is $25. So one way that you can think of it this way, I can put the quarters on the top and the dollar bills on the bottom. Or I can put the dollars on the top and the 4 quarters on the bottom because of what conversion I'm trying to get it to. So whatever conversion you're getting, that determines what goes on the top versus the bottom. When this was the initial conversion factor here, 4 quarters equals $1. So either I put it on the top if I'm looking for quarters, or I put it on the bottom if I'm looking for dollars. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. All right, very good, very good. All right, so let's see. We were on problem number 9. Yes, I'm skipping some of those because some of those problems we've done. Okay, very good, guys. I'm glad you all got it. Okay. This next problem, again, look at what they're asking you to do and know what they're wanting the final unit to become. Okay, so it says Mr. Gomez is undergoing surgery and needs a continuous infusion of 5 milligrams of a sedative every hour. Not every minute, not every second, but every hour. The sedative concentration is 2 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters should the anesthesiologist set on the infusion pump per hour? Okay, so there's a lot going on in that problem, but you don't need to overthink it, okay? You don't need to overthink it. So what do you have to do for this particular problem? What should you do? Because you're trying to get the volume, okay, all you're going to do, remember, your volume has to be in milliliters. You're going to say, okay, well, 5 milligrams. That's what they initially told you. And then on the very bottom, it says 2 milligrams per milliliter. Okay, so again, you're doing 5 milligrams of sedative every hour, right? Okay, every hour. And if I put that like that, if I put 5 milligrams per hour, I could do it like that. But then you've got to remember, okay, you've got to remember, in this particular case right here, that's right, like terms cross out. That is correct. That is correct. You're going to get rid of your milligrams. And right here, you've got 5 divided by 2. And that's going to give you your 2.5 milliliters per hour. Okay? That's how you do that type of problem. That's how you would do it. Now, there is a conversion problem on here. I know some of you all are asking. Yes, Mama Jenkins, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yep, that's still good as well. Yes. Hey, Nurse B. Let me go up here to number 7, y'all, because look, this is a conversion problem. So I'm trying to give you all a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because let me tell you, on your TEAS exam, you're going to have problems where, that's right, give yourself a pat on the back. That's right. You're going to have problems where you're going to have to do conversions. Like, and let me tell you, and this even applies to math. I don't have my students know how many grams is in a kilogram, how many grams is in a milligram, how many kilos is in a gram. Like, I simply tell them to use this conversion factor here. King Henry unalived by drinking chocolate milk. It says King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. It's like, it's a mnemonic to help you remember it, okay? So right here at the base, this is where your grams are, okay? So in this particular problem, you have vancomycin, vancomycin. You have 1.2 grams of vancomycin, okay? 1.2 grams. The hospital provides this in a concentration of 500 milligrams per 10 milliliters. What you need to do is convert the grams to a milligram so that those units can cancel out. So my grams is here, my milli is there. Move your decimal 1, 2, 3 to the right. So that 1.2, I'm going to move my decimal 1, 2, 3 to the right. So that's 1,200 grams. Since you're looking for volume, okay, for this particular problem here, all you're going to do, and I'll put this over here. Let me change the color so you all can see that, okay? Volume is, you're going to put that 1,200 on the very top, and on the very bottom, here's what I would do. I would go ahead and take that 500, I'm sorry, milligrams. I left the M off, y'all. Hold on. That's milligrams. 500 milligrams, yes. I will put that 500 milligrams on the bottom, okay? By the 10. And see, sometimes when you see numbers like that, that will oftentimes confuse you when you have three numbers that you're like dividing all at once. But this kind of goes back to what we did before. Okay? This will go back to what we did before, where all you have to do, once again, okay, just so you all know, you're just going to take that 1,200 milligrams, okay? And remember, the 500 milligrams that was on the very bottom, if you just say 500 divided by 10, you get 50. And remember, your milligrams per milliliters is basically the unit there, okay? Yes, thank you, Sade or Shady, or I mean Sadie. Yes, all you're doing is canceling out those milligrams. And so now just plug in 1,200 divided by 50 and you get 24. Okay, you get 24 milliliters, which is letter B. Okay, so as all of you all were saying B, yep, that is the correct answer. Okay, 24. So again, when you all see these types of problems, I don't want you all to overthink it. Remember, there's more than one way to do these problems. More than one way to do these problems. So the way I do the problem may be totally different than the way someone else may do them. But pick what works for you, okay? Pick what works for you. Okay, scroll back down. Okay, let's see. Right here to that part. And for those of you all that just came in, welcome to my channel. This is Professor TK the Chemist, and I go live Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And as T. Coop said, make sure y'all bring a notebook, pen, and paper. You said, what is the red sign over the grams means? Let me see. Oh, that's the base. That just means the base. Like at the base, that's where you have your grams, your meters, your liters. That's right, those free notes. Yes, hey, Queen. That just simply means kilos, hectare, deca, and then right here, that's where you have either your gram, like I can say a kilogram, or I can say a kilometer, or I can say a kiloliter. So this is the base unit where you can say grams, liters, or meters. The D, the little d stands for deci. The C is centi and milli. Yes, this is the easy hack. That's right. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay. I'm gonna have to come up with another thing other than that one. But yes, that's how you do it. Okay. I am willing to give you all some extra practice problems. Matter of fact, let me show you. If y'all can tap that screen, get it up to at least, let's say 8,000 hearts. Because look, y'all, listen. We got 80 some people in here. So it's free 99. Free 99. Okay, free 99. So all I want y'all to do is just tap, tap, tap. So y'all can continue to get this free, free, free. Okay. Oh gosh, we're almost at 10. Thank you. That's right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just trying to make sure y'all can get what y'all need so that you all can pass your TEAS exam with flying colors. And then you know what I ask that y'all do in return? You just tell a friend to tell a friend. Yep. Okay, so y'all ready? Let's get some more. Let's get some more practice in. And what I'm trying to do also is to make sure that, let's see, I try to do like one page per problem so I can use the space. Someone asked about the heparin problem yesterday, and we did one of those before. So I'm actually going to do it again. Oh, good, Queen. Listen, when you take your TEAS exam, you come back on here on Tuesday of next week and let me know how you did, okay? Yeah, hey, Courtney, this is for chemistry and nursing, yes. This is for all of the above. Yes. Please do, because listen, we're going to give you support. We're going to big you up. When you come back and tell us that you passed, we're going to congratulate you and ring the alarm. Let everybody know how well you did. Yes, Just Eve, that's right. That's right. You said you can go to your dosage and calculations class better prepared. Yes. Hey, Gigi, yes, these are Kim T's practice questions. Yes. Oh, Mysterious Sammy, you said you take yours next Thursday? Well, we have a lot of people in here taking their exams next week and this week. You guys are going to do wonderful. I have faith that you guys are going to do well. Yes. The biggest thing that you guys got to remember, though, is to not panic, but to do what? Take your time. Take your time. But just remember, Courtney, I don't do organic chemistry. Yeah, no, I don't do organic. Oh, wow. To get into grad school. What are you majoring in again? Yes, Natalie. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's right, Miss Rowe. Hey, how you doing? That's right. She said, never second guess yourself. That is right. Always go with your gut instinct. That's right. You gotta slow down. Woo! Sharice just said, oh, let me pin your comment. Let me pin. She said, passed my T's on June 28th, started my LPN program July 22nd, and 3 weeks in. Definitely saw these. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes, Courtney. Hey, look, you right here with us. Yes, you right here with us. All right, guys. So I know you all are ready to start this problem. So let's get it. So hold on. Let me grab my tea. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I see several of you all have started working on the problem. So let's go ahead and get through this one and see if you all are correct. I know, right? Warner Malik. Exactly. That's what I think as well. Muck it see, muck it do. Okay. All right. So for those of you, yes, that's right, Issa. You sure did. Matter of fact, let's revisit this problem. Okay. Let's revisit. Y'all are funny. We did do a problem similar to this yesterday. Issa is correct. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Where did I put it? Let's see. Oh no, not protons, electrons, neutrons. That was for another session. Let me see, y'all, if I can pull it up. So now let me screen share. Okay, so yes, this is the one that we did yesterday. This was on the heparin calculation problem. So we did a lot yesterday for sure. Yes, this is the solution right here that we did. Okay, so just to kind of give y'all an idea of what to expect. Yes, Issa, we're going to do that. I'm going to give y'all a whole schedule on what we're going to cover each week so that way you all will know. Yes, yes, we may do those tomorrow, the protons, electrons, and neutrons. Yes. So, like in this particular problem right here, you're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Right here, you have an IV drip of heparin at a rate of 12 units per kilogram per hour. The patient weighs, excuse me, 70 kilograms. The IV solution contains 25,000 units of heparin in 500 milliliters. What is the infusion rate in milliliters per hour? So yes, we did this question yesterday, and what I was showing them, you have 3 units in that first number right there, 12 units per kilogram per hour. Then they gave you the patient's weight, 70 kilograms. which was the 840 units. When you multiplied those two numbers, we crossed out our kilograms and we were left with 840 units per hour. But what we also needed to do, we looked at the fact that we were given 25,000 units in 500 milliliters. So we knew that we had to also use that number too, the 25,000 units per 500 milliliters. That gave us 50 units per milliliter. And remember, we're canceling out those units because we're getting milliliters per hour. So you're dividing 840 by the 50, and that's how we ended up with letter A. Okay, so these are, again, additional steps that you take to solve these problems. Remember, there's more than one way to do the problem, okay? There's more than one way to do it, but you always go for what's going to work for you, okay? So having said that, let me go back over here to the problem that many of you always was just saying A, just to be saying it, okay? So here we go. All right. Dr. Harris orders a titration of heparin at a rate of 18 units per kilogram per hour. So again, let me identify 18 units per kilogram per hour for a patient that weighs 80 kilograms. The heparin is supplied in a concentration of 25,000 units and 500 milliliters. What should the infusion rate be set in milliliters per hour? Okay. So some of y'all were saying A, some of y'all were saying B. Let's make sure we got this correct. So what you're going to do, you've got the 18 units per kilogram per hour times the patient weighs 80 kilograms. Okay? What I want to do is get rid of the kilograms. So we're going to automatically get rid of the units that are the same. Kilograms goes out, kilograms goes out. Okay, I love the fact that you're saying T. Coop says combine those like terms. Okay, so you're going to say 18 times 80, and we get 1,400. Let me make sure it went away too quick. Let's see. Yeah, 1,440. Sorry, 1,440 units per hour. Now, again, this is like a conversion problem too, y'all. And then over here, you had the 25,000 units in 500 milliliters. So what should you do? You're going to take that 1,440 units per hour, and you're going to divide that by the 25,000 units per 500 milliliters. Now, again, y'all, again. Yes, okay, now if you do it all across, which you can, you got to remember where those numbers go, okay? So let me show you that way too, since you said that. You said you did it all the way across. Whoops. Okay, so here's what you can do, okay? And not to confuse y'all, because I'm going to make sure that you all get the way that I'm doing it versus some of the other suggestions. You're welcome, Quinn. Okay, so if you take that 1,440 units per hour, what you would need to do is you're going to have to put that 25,000 units right here on the bottom so you can cancel those like terms, and 500 milliliters is going to go on the top. Okay? And what you're going to do now, you're going to cross out units because you don't need those anymore. And you're going to simply do what? Multiply 1,440 times 500 and then divide it by 25,000. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to put this up here on the calculator so y'all can see that. So 1,440 times 500 divided by 25,000, and you get 28.8. 28.8 milliliters per hour. Okay, so and again, I know they both look confusing. Some steps take more to do. So if you do it this way, and I'm gonna box it in so you all can see it. If you do it this way, my recommendation would be to go ahead and do 25,000 divided by 500. Get that number out the way. Keep the units there, and then plug it in. 1440 divided by whatever you get here. Or you can do it this way. And let me box that in a different color. Okay, so you can do it one of two ways, either the yellow color way or the pink color way, whichever one you like. Y'all tell me which color you like better. And then we're going to do it that way. Y'all tell me. So put the heart color. Okay, purple, pink. Yeah. A blessed RN. Yep, that's right. It is dimensional analysis. That's right. Okay, the purple way. All right, I got y'all. And y'all, purple is my favorite color. So we're going to rock with that. So yes, the answer is letter A. The answer is letter A. Okay. That's right. Okay. I'll do one more problem, and then I'm going to get out of here. We can either do, let me see. Let's do pick a number between 3 and 4. Which one y'all want? 3 or 4? Pick a number, 3 or 4. Okay, y'all said 3. We're going to do 3. There we go. All right, so this is for the road. This is for the road. Okay, so let me scoot this down so we can have some space. There we go. That's right, Maria Rivera. Correct. See, oh, chemistry club, sign me up. Yes, Mimi, yes. Listen, when you all have wonderful people like, let me see, where we go? Let me find a blessed RN. Yes, I see. Yes. A blessed RN and T7. Both of these young ladies actually provide good tips for math. Okay, T's Test Math Prep. That's her name. T's Test Math Prep and a blessed RN. Both of these young ladies do calculations, dosage calculations all the time. Yes. What's up, Aaron, my West Coast friend? How you doing? Yes, a blessed RN. I know you. I've reshared some of your videos. Oh, you're doing organic. All right. Yes. Congratulations. So that tells me you passed General Chem 2 with flying colors. I was going to be calling you soon to see how your summer school class ended. Yes, make sure you all follow her, a blessed RN and T's Test Math Prep. T's Test Math Prep. Congratulations, Aaron. Congratulations. All right. Tonight has been nothing but positivity, positive vibes, and I love it. Y'all gonna make me pull out Bob Marley, positive vibrations. Yeah. Now I can't sing, but y'all gonna make me pull that song out as we close out our session. how do I pin her? Because I don't know. Yes, Queen, you got this, honey. You got this. If somebody can put in the chat box, T's Test Math Prep. That's her name. The other young lady that does math, for those of you all that need to get some skills on math, T's Test Math Prep. And then I can post her. Yes, that's right, Jakari Lewis. That's right. That's right. Yes. Thank you, Ambient Pal. Thank you. Okay, guys. So we're gonna end on number 3 before I get out of here. I just want you all to tell me your answer for number 3. And what I'll do, I will just make a video for this part where I'll actually show you all how to do it. Okay. So I'll put this one on TikTok and also on my YouTube channel. Okay. So for number 3, what answer did you all get for number 3? So that way, once I see what answers you all have, I can then show you all the solution. Okay. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. So for number 3, I will actually post that one on TikTok tomorrow for you guys. Okay. So I appreciate you all for coming in here tonight. You all have done a phenomenal job in participating, and I love it. You all did a wonderful job tonight sharing the lives out, following all that good stuff. And for that, I am going to the video is online now on my YouTube channel as well. So if you all missed any parts of this live, you all can go onto my YouTube channel, click that link in my bio, and that way you all will have it. Hey, Mimi, you wanted to do I start at a certain point? Do I have like a booklet that I'm going through? Yes. So actually, I am currently putting together some worksheets that you all can download and practice on, because you all know practice makes perfect, right? So I do things in chemistry, because I know that that's going to be a portion of the exam that you all will need to know. So I will be doing things in chemistry. Okay. Thank you, a blessed nurse. Thank you. A blessed RN. Appreciate that. So I will be doing those things. And yes, I will be on here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I will surely be on here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, before we go, you know what? Let me play this song for you. I played this last week. As we close out, oh, I gotta stop this on hold on, y'all, because can't have music on you.